Hi guys, so today we're going to have a look at the Bandai Real Grade scale model kit of the Evangelion Unit-08 Alpha. This EVA unit is piloted by Mari Makinami, of which you would have seen me do an unboxing and review video of her figurine by SEGA in the previous video. So the front box art shows a image of the EVA unit, while the side box art here shows the size of this kit, which will be 185mm, and also shows the kit completed in various poses, some focus on the weapons that you'll be carrying, most prominent of which is the sniper gun, and also portraying the color accuracy of this scale model kit. Now the short end of the box just shows a close-up of the EVA unit's head. Meanwhile, the other side of the box art shows the EVA unit completed in various poses, both with and without weapons. So if I understand correctly, this is the kit that is unpainted. It already looks good even without much work done on it. So now let's unbox and see what's inside. We'll begin by taking a look at the instructional guide that comes with the kit. The first few pages, as usual, is showing you the sprues that come together with the kit. The next pages are where the assembly process begins, but it starts off with a little backstory of the Evangelion Unit-08 at the top left-hand corner. Then the assembly begins with the EVA's body unit, and you have these little boxes with some red wordings. And these boxes are actually some checks which you can do to see whether your assembly is done correctly. After the body, it goes to the head, then the legs, followed by another moving check for the leg. There's also some information about the EVA's unit's entry plug and umbilical cable. After the assembly of the leg, it goes to the arms. Some moving checks for the arm to make sure you're putting it correctly. And there's also some more description, this time about the EVA unit's weapons. So the assembly continues on with the shoulders and the guns, or weapons rather. Then right at the end of the pamphlet, you would see some images which shows you where to put the sticker decals that have been provided by the kit. There's also some color guides for those of you who wish to paint the EVA. While this is not strictly necessary because I believe it will look good without any painting done, but of course you can always make it look better than it is. That's the instructional pamphlet. Now let's take a closer look at the sprues. What I'm going to do now is to take a close detailed look at the sprues one after another in turn and look at the quality and what they are used for. So we're going to start off with Sprue A. This is a sprue in matte pink. The parts here, I believe, are meant for the heel, ankle, shin and leg of the EVA unit. So that is Sprue A. Let's move on to Sprue B1, which is also a fully pink sprue. It has parts for the body, leg, shoulder and arms of the EVA unit. I really like the nice flat pink that this sprue is molded in. We move on to Sprue B2. which is a yellow sprue, and the parts are mainly for the shoulders and arms of the Evangelion unit. Then we have Sprue C, which is in a dark grey color. These parts are mainly the inner frame of the EVA unit, and it also contains some weapons such as the palette knife of the Evangelion unit. It's molded in a semi-gloss or perhaps a little bit glossy kind of dark grey. Now we move on to Sprue D, which is also molded in a similar color. It's more of the inner frame that we use on the EVA unit, mainly for the leg areas. So this is Sprue D. Then we have Sprue E, which is sprue in matte white. It consists mainly of armor, mainly for the arms of the EVA unit. Then we have Sprue F1, which is kind of a reddish brown, have parts for the shoulders, back, and as well as the power plug of the EVA unit. Following this, we have Sprue G1, which also comes in matte white. It contains parts for the armor, specifically for the abdominal area of the EVA unit as well as his knees. Then we have Sprue H1, which is in yellow, and this just has parts for the knuckles of the EVA unit. We have Sprue H2, which is in dark green, and this contains parts mainly for the feet as well as the spine of the EVA unit. After this, we have Sprue I1, which is in kind of brown, and it have parts for the neck, the clavicle areas of the EVA unit, as well as the ammo belt for the gun. Then we have Sprue I2, which is in yellow. Now this contains parts mainly for the feet and knees of the EVA unit. Next is Sprue J. This is a large multicolored sprue. The dark grey and green parts are for the 209mm assault rifle. The green parts are for the outer section of the rifle, while the grey one is for the inner part. You also have this white part, which is actually the entry plug. Then the light grey parts are mainly the hands that can be used for the EVA unit. Following this, we have Sprue K, which is molded in a kind of a metallic color. It's mainly for the umbilical power cable as well as the gun barrel. Meanwhile, Sprue L is clear red parts. They have parts for the lenses of the sniper rifle, the core organ of the EVA unit, as well as clear parts on his forehead. Following this, we have Sprue N, which is yet another multicolored sprue. The yellow parts are for the chest and shoulder fins of the EVA unit. The black parts are for its shoulder pylons, arms, chest, and upper body, as well as miscellaneous parts. So this is Sprue N. We move on now to Sprue O, another multicolored sprue. The greens, the reds are for the shoulder patch. The pinks are for the body armor, especially the chest area and the shoulder pylon and knee. So this is Sprue O. The next Sprue R2, is a simple single part sprue molded in dark pink, and it just contains the armor for the crotch area of the EVA unit. Next we have Sprue U, yet another multicolored sprue with pink, purple and white, and all these are parts for the head as well as feet of the EVA unit. There's also some dark grey parts on the sprue. So that is Sprue U, which contains many parts for the EVA unit's head. Next we have Sprue V. Now the whole sprue is molded in a kind of medium grey, and it contains parts for that gigantic sniper gun that the EVA unit is shown holding in the images that you see in the instructional pamphlet. Next is Sprue W1. This is another small sprue molded in yellow. Contains small parts for the knuckles as well as for the neck of the EVA unit. Next we have Sprue W2, which is in clear green, and this just contains the eyes for the Evangelion Unit-08 mecha. Last part is this PVC wire here, which acts like the umbilical cable that will be connected to the plug and onto the EVA later. Last of all, we have the sticker decals and sticker foils that are going to be used on the EVA unit. I'll be using the foil stickers for this kit, but as for the sticker decals, I'll most likely replace them with a third-party water decal if I'm able to. So that will be a much better bet than to use the sticker decals in terms of making it look good. That's all the stuff that comes with this scale model kit. Let's now put all these sprues back into the box. As I'm putting all the sprues and runners as well as the sticker decals and instructional pamphlet back into the box, let me just outline what I plan to do for this kit. While I usually paint my scale model kits, there is a high likelihood that I might not do so for this particular Real Grade scale model kit of the Evangelion Unit-08. The reason I say so is because I believe most of the parts that come with this kit have been molded in a very nice color that has a fairly nice finish to them, whether it's in a semi-gloss or matte finish, and it looks nearly as good as a kit that has been painted. So I'm going to try similar to the EVA Unit-0 that I did earlier, to not paint this kit and see how it looks built straight out of the box. The only thing that I might do extra would be to apply some third-party water decals instead of using the sticker decals, and maybe also to give some of the parts which might look a little bit toy-like or plasticky a clear matte coat so that it looks more like a painted finish. So apart from that, most of the parts of the scale model kit will be used as is, and I will do nothing more than say maybe panel lining. For now at least, that is what I plan to do. for this Bandai Real Grade scale model kit of the Evangelion Unit-08 Alpha Omega. So I guess that's it for this unboxing and pre-assembly video of the Bandai Real Grade scale model kit of the Evangelion Unit-08 Alpha. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have found this video useful to you, especially if you're considering whether to buy this kit or not. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.